No, I was very proud of the performance today that we had. Very proud of the way we came out. You know, we've had to handle adversity, you know, throughout the season, losing players and having to step up. And we came out with a great mentality to not look for any excuses and just go after it. And you know, I was very proud of the pace we played at early, setting the tone, and just continuing to grind through mistakes and you know, get the next one. That was a story for today.
Coach, FDU threw the full court press at you guys pretty quick in that game. What were you guys able to do to kind of keep up the pace and continue to score?
And just make sure we had that mindset of just, you know, valuing the ball. You know, just always valuing the ball. You know, we've seen presses all year long and different zones and mans and things like that. And we had our moments where we didn't do so well, and then we had moments where we really attacked it well. And our mentality going in was that, you know, no matter what they threw at us, we were going to make sure that we were throwing great passes and making sure we were catching it first and making sure that we valued the ball as we did that. And I was really proud of when we did break the press, how well we attacked and, you know, made sure that they knew that they weren't going to control the tempo by, you know, just pressing us and getting us out of our sorts. So great job by everybody around. We had 5 players out there looking to pass and catch and attack. So, you know, they definitely threw it at us and we had to respond well, and we did.
Charles, you expect to get your name brought back Wednesday?
Yeah, she's day to day. We don't know, you know, every day. There's developments where she's doing better and, you know, she's doing more. And, you know, like trainer keeps telling me, you know, every day, coach, I'll let you know when she's ready to go. But, you know, we don't have any expectations. We always say the same thing, you know, when it comes to injuries or somebody's day to day, we just have our hands wide open with a full heart and just take the moment as it comes and, you know, move forward. So I expect Janae, you know, to fight as hard as she can to be back, and if the doctor clears her to say that she's able to put enough weight on and go, tape her up, she'll be out there to go.
When did she first get hurt, Charles?
Towards the end of the first half of the final regular season game against Fairleigh Dickinson, she went up for a layup in the middle of the paint. She came down on her ankle, and you know, we were blessed that nothing was, you know, structurally damaged in it and stuff like that. So that was the first great thing to see our prayers answered for that. But then going forward with it, you know, she's just been going through, just, you know, getting it back and getting it stronger. And, you know, believe me, she's as soon as she's cleared to play, she'll be out there.
What was your message to Shakima and the other reserve guards in her absence as far as looking at this game and what you would need from them? Charlie.
Okay. I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Sure. Yeah, I guess I was just wondering for Shakima and the other 2 reserve guards that got a lot of time today, Nia and Jalen, kind of what you wanted out of them today.
Well, I just wanted them to go out there and play with a great pace and, you know, value the possession of the ball every time they had it, and just make sure that the team was always organized, you know, just constantly in the back of their mind, just look like we're, you know, understanding the opportunity of serving each other today. I thought that the players understood that when they went out there. I think they responded really well to that, is that when, you know, they were pressing us or getting into our offense, the organization was outstanding, especially for players that were playing different positions that they had played. We had a mistake here and there, but you know, I just saw that the focus and the passion, that making sure that we were organized and setting good screens and running off our screens correctly. You know, they kept changing defenses on us all the time. They were playing man for a while, then they went to the zone for a long time, then they pressed. They did different things, and I give him a lot of credit. He was trying everything to, you know, get us and bother us, even though we were playing with so much passion. And the guards just did a great job of just playing with each other and reading each other. Playing another position is difficult. You know, when you're used to playing the wing and then you go to the point, or you're used to playing the point and you go to the wing. I mean, you got to really, you know, train your mind to understand it's a whole different concept now. So I was really proud of that.
And it seemed like they didn't produce very much offensively, the 3 of them. Is that okay with you, that production-wise, they're not, you know, putting up tons of numbers? Yeah,
numbers to us is the final score. This is really where our numbers are. I mean, we're just looking to play as a team, and you know, I've never been one to worry about, you know, who's getting their shots, and it's all about creating a good shot and a shot for somebody that does well on that type of shot. It's not like, oh, you know, she's got to get her shots to feel comfortable out there. I mean, that's something that maybe coming in as a player, you know, that's something that you've always had, but, you know, we adjust that culture pretty quickly. And that's what I'm really proud of the team for, is that they all understand that. You know, we're not worried about, I got to score my points to feel good about myself. You know, we feel good about ourselves right now because we went out there and we played great as a team. We controlled the game. We did a good job of getting through bad moments. not worried about how many shots I got up or how much I scored. I mean, you know, a lot of times you see that in the media or in the highlights and things like that. And sometimes players like that, you know, we're human, we like that attention, but you got to be able to block that out. You know, we're based on humility. Humility is #1 pillar on our list. And, you know, if my teammate's doing well, I'm happy.
This is for Anna, of course, as a senior, this is sort of your last go around for March. Did you feel that urgency in the first quarter when you scored 10 of your 15 points?
Not really. No, it's just the next game. I don't feel any pressure because I'm senior and I gotta win the championship. Not at all. I just played the game like I play every other game.
And this is for Coach. Pluvios had like a 57-0 run in the third. Just what did you see from her keeping sort of the energy going into the second half?
I saw a young player come out there with a great mindset, and she was going to come into the game and play with a great passion. And, you know, she's had moments like that. I mean, you know, as a freshman, you know, you really reveal your heart. And, you know, when we were out at the Big Ten earlier playing Iowa on their floor, she had one of her best games. And that was a big spot with thousands of people at the game. So right there, you can see that she rose to the occasion there. And then, you know, first round of the conference tournament, this is a new experience. You know, these players have been through this now, and she hadn't been through it yet. So to see her come into the game and really, you know, have the confidence and the passion to go in there and put up those shots like she did. I mean, it wasn't that she just made the shots. It was, you know, how she took them and that she shot them with confidence and she didn't rush anything. You know, I really felt that she had a great game off the bench for us, and that's something that we need. I'm really proud of her.
Coach, in the third quarter, Anna Maggie was forced out with a third foul, and you guys actually extended the lead from 17 to 27 when she was out. What did you adjust in your game plan with her out?
Well, you know, I think it's more the mentality. You know, we obviously ran a couple different things. You know, obviously I have to go back and watch what we ran. Can't even remember it right now. You're just so dialed in. But you know, it's just, I think it's more of a testament to not us really tricking them in any way. It was more just our team being mentally tough enough that when one of our players comes out of the game that, you know, is out there for most of the time and does a great job of taking care of the ball and setting the tone for us like Anna has. You know, we take things on as challenges, and that's all we take on every game. Every game's a challenge. So if Anna's out of the game and the other 5 players are out on the court, they have to understand what they have to do. And, you know, we're always just trying to serve each other. You know, it's at the end of the day, everybody's out there just doing that. And if Anna's out there, that's great. And if she has to come out of the game, we're not going to hang our head. We're just going to keep going after it. And that was a great job today of us doing that.
This is for Anna. How did your approach in your role change with Janae out of not playing?
It's not a big change, I would say, because I've been playing a little bit of the point while Janae's in the game. She's playing. I mean, I just had to take care of the ball as a point guard, and then when Sakima was in or jailing, like I said, to move to the wing and make sure like I can help them out when they really needed me.
Do you handle point guard responsibilities even when Janae's playing?
Yeah, sometimes. I guess.
Yeah, Anna's had a lot of experience doing both. You know, she's more of a combo guard that, you know, has played a lot at the 2 because Janae, obviously being as durable as she's been and played as many minutes as she can play. You know, Anna's been at the 2, but in our offense, you know, the point guard, the 2, the 3, a lot of them have a lot of similar roles once we start running our offense. You know, Anna's been used to it. You know, she's, you know, either bringing the ball up or going alongside the person that's bringing it up, you know. So, you know, again, it's a senior situation. You know, Shakima being a junior and Megan being a junior, you know, we've had things we've had to go through over those years that have been tough. And playing the point for Anna, I had total confidence that she'd be able to flip her mind back to the point guard mode, and she did a great job.
Troy, what does 7 straight appearances in the semifinals mean to the program? What can you say about the program?
Listen, I probably couldn't even say it in so few words, but well, what comes to mind is just, I think the program has had a great culture. I think that, you know, we work hard to push ourselves to do the best we can as a team. And, you know, obviously with Coach Sal retiring and the transition into this season, you know, I've continued to focus on making sure that, you know, every day we come to practice working hard, and we continue to, you know, get through our bad days and grind through it. And, that's really been our culture. We're very humble, and getting to the seventh straight semifinal is great. But we don't think too much of ourselves or too little of ourselves. We just go out there and play the next game, and if we get to this point, we're not going to stop and think about it. We're just going to go and find out who we're playing on Wednesday, and that's going to be our total focus. I guess when you don't stop to look at it, it just keeps happening for you if you keep focused and you catch some breaks. So I'm really for a loss for words for why that happens. It's just we just do what we do, and just take one game at a time. And if that seems to be the turnout for that, that's great. I'm proud of it.
Shakima, knowing that you were going to get extended minutes this game, did you approach today any differently, I guess, going into it, and then when you were getting the minutes out there on the floor, any differently than you had over the course of this regular season?
No. Sorry, pardon. No. Each minute I get is a privilege, and I'm just happy and grateful that Coach B had confidence in me, and that the coaching staff actually put me in a position to actually extend my minutes, and I'm just grateful. I just take it one possession at a time, and as Coach said, he just instills hard work in us, and to play free, and to play smart, and that was my only expectation when I reached the court.
Cool. And how did you feel like the three of you did in terms of kind of alternating, subbing in for one another, and then having kind of different combinations of you three on the floor at different times?
I think we handled it well. We're always going to make mistakes. Coach B always said it's a game of mistakes, but it's how we respond. And just every time we have a possession is how we respond, and our body language that's most important. So I think we handled it well as far as responding to each possession.
Are there things that you, looking ahead to Wednesday now, that you feel like you didn't do quite as well as you would have hoped that you would want to kind of improve upon before the semis?
I believe I can always improve on leadership. Always improving on leadership and influence my team in a positive way. I know when I was on the bench, Coach Marita definitely said to me her only expectation for me was just to keep my energy up and lead, and I feel like I can always improve on that. And that's my only focus, is to continue to influence this team positively.
And given that you're the older member of the sort of three that saw more minutes, did you feel like you had to kind of, I don't know, not serve as a mentor for them, but kind of use your experience in a way that they themselves couldn't draw on, I guess, for them? If that makes sense?
I believe that each of us give and bring something to the table, so I can learn from them as well. They teach me too how to be aggressive and the tempo. I feel like each player in each point guard position, really anyone, can kind of teach each other different elements of the game. So I'm learning this as well too.